Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a couple of kooky, crazy kids in love that love reacting to Legend of Korra.
Yes, we do.
So this is season 2, episode number 5 we're checking out today. And if you want all of our reactions for this series, we got a playlist for you down below in the description of this video. Where you also find a link to Patreon, get early ad-free access, get full watch-along reactions. You should go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, you should.
Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Welcome home, Avatar. Thanks for starting a war.
I didn't start a war. It's more complicated than you're making it seem.
There's going to be a Southern Water Tribe peace march tonight.
I'll go too. The people of the South need to see that the Avatar is on their side in the fight against the Northern invader.
That should calm them down.
Having you there blatantly supporting one side will only make things worse.
It's got a point.
The only reason I'm here is to get the Republic to send troops to help the South.
We'll get them on board. I gotta go to work.
I better go.
Well, as long as you don't start an uprising with the peace march.
I mean, in an ideal world, she would be a leader of a united water tribe.
True.
She's got to give it to her uncle.
Increase security around the spirit port. Keeping it safe is our #1 priority.
Yes, sir.
He's afraid of him.
I need you two to go after the Avatar.
I'll find her.
I need her alive.
Fine.
Oh.
Watch me, Pokey. You lay down and roll over.
Kent just demonstrated that never works.
Oh. Sleepy.
Classic over-rewarding. Having some trouble, son?
Pokey isn't very good at learning.
Believe me, I know the feeling. How would you like your old dad to teach you how to be a master trainer?
Yeah!
Tensions are running high outside of the Southern Water Tribe Cultural Center. The Avatar is leading a group of Southerners in a peaceful protest against Chief Unalaq, while the Northerners have come out in droves in support of their leader.
Someone say get a real job?
Hey, stop! Republic City Police!
Yep, this is bad. Ooh, another firebender. Just not as good. Check out the tires.
The Northern Water Tribe is out of control.
I saw a firebender running away from the blast. The North might not be responsible for this.
Of course they're responsible. Who else would it be?
Oh, maybe the firebender that he saw.
Come on, Korra.
Come on. I mean, yes, it's probably the North, but...
But collect the evidence before you jump to the conclusion.
Exactly. How about having a trial?
See what you did there.
Yeah.
When I see flashing lights like this, it's because I got hit in the head with a rock. Being famous is like getting hit with a rock all the time.
That's why I don't want to be famous.
Aww.
Nice.
The fire ferrets are out. How have you been spending your
It's good for him to get his roses.
Took a trip south for the Glacier Spirits Festival, was briefly engaged to a princess, was accidentally involved in a civil war.
I've been training really hard.
There's nowhere I'd rather be than pro-bending night in Republic City!
There you go. Gotta get the crowd back.
Do you miss being in the ring?
You know, sometimes I actually cry myself to sleep. I guess what I miss the most are these fans! They're the greatest fans in the world!
That's right. They don't want honesty.
Look how these people love you, kid. I think I just figured out your true calling.
I hope President Ryko listens to us.
I was a big contributor to his election campaign. Him and the other guy. Gotta hedge your bets.
Sir.
Just a second. Keep smiling. How can I help the Avatar?
Unalaq's troops have invaded the South. We need you to send the United Forces to help.
I'm very concerned by what's happening down there.
But
I don't think it's the Republic's place to interfere with internal Water Tribe matters.
It's not original for leaders.
Sending troops is not something I can do at this time, but I promise I will work with Unalaq and the South for a diplomatic solution. Now, I'm sorry. This meeting is over.
Okay, so he's already bought. I'll work with Unalaq and the South. You don't know the people in the South?
I can't believe the president is doing nothing.
Welcome to politics.
But he can't just tell his people to go fight a battle at the South Pole that has nothing to do with them.
How could you take his side?
What's with you and sides? Why do you always think I'm working against you?
Well, you're not helping me. I'm trying to...
it's gotta be one or the other.
Don't let me stand in the way of you writing tickets. I'm just trying to save the world.
Ooh.
Well, you wouldn't have to if
Ouch.
you didn't keep messing it up.
I can't talk to you when you're like this.
You're the one who's like this.
A little late.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to talk to Varric. Yeah, me too.
It's him practicing.
I told you I could do it.
Sorry I ever doubted you.
We need those troops now.
And my company is about to go under.
Idea storm. Get the supplies. Brain work requires increased circulation.
Oh.
Let's do this.
Oh god, why is this a good idea?
Here come the ideas. We don't need the president to go to the south. We just need the troops. Let's go straight to them.
I know General Iroh. He might be willing to help us.
Yeah.
And you need to sell some mecha tanks. I know some people who need them. We'll ship them south.
That's perfect. You'll be making money for your company, and you'll be helping to defeat Unalaq.
End storm.
Great dismount.
I don't understand why it's so hard to get Republic City to support the South.
As soon as people see this, they'll be lining up to fight Unalaq.
Don't freak out. It's not real.
I have a film crew documenting the entire northern invasion.
Sorry, keep doing that.
We're gonna cut this footage together with scenes we shoot of our superstar Bolin playing a Southern Water Tribe hero, battling the evil Unalaq. The adventures of Nuktuk, hero of the South.
I'm Nuktuk. What do you think?
Aw. Don't rain on his parade. Bolin needs this.
Man, you should have seen Varric today. That guy is a genius. He's gonna help Asami sell her mecha tanks to the south, and he came up with this great idea for Korra to get General Iroh to fight Unalaq without President Raiko ever even knowing.
That's a terrible idea.
And he's gonna put me in the movers as this hero, Nuktuk. He's a man of action, but he's got a heart of gold.
Something doesn't make sense about this bombing. I just don't buy that the Northern Water Tribe was behind it. Wait a second, that's him!
You just turned one more page.
I gotta go show this to Beifong.
Glad I could help. Nuktuk saves the...
Good job, Olin. Oh.
The first thing you need to do as a trainer is establish dominance. You are in charge. Now call Pokey.
Pokey, come here. Pokey. Pokey, no.
Milo, you're rewarding him for bad behavior.
But he's tickling me.
And he's adorable. Aww.
You can't let him nap in the bed with you. You
Yes,
are
he
the
can.
alpha lemur. He has to sleep on the floor.
No, you were wrong.
It's for the best.
No, Pokey, this is my bed.
Oh.
Being alpha lemur is lonely.
I know.
How did this cultural center attack happen right under your nose? And why haven't you arrested the Northerners responsible?
If you don't get me results soon, I'm going to find someone who can.
I got a break in the bombing case. I ID'd the guy I saw at the scene.
You better run that into Beifong right now.
You think?
Sure, you're gonna be a hero.
You guys are dicks.
Makes a rookie beat cop think he can interrupt my meeting with the president?
I'm sorry.
We'll give it to Lou and Kong, you moron. Now get out!
This is the guy I saw sneaking out of the building right before the explosions. Someone must have hired him to make it look like Northerners attacked the cultural center. Did you learn anything about that remote control I found at the scene?
Listen, kid, it was the Northern Water Tribe, okay? Yeah, give it a rest.
That's some ace detective work.
I've heard good things about you. You've made some big triad busts for a rookie.
Thank you, sir.
And you're dating the Avatar, right?
Here's the real reason.
You wouldn't happen to know if they're plotting anything that might compromise the security of Republic City, would you, officer?
Dude, do not say anything.
You're a man of the law before anything else.
Actually, he's a person first. Man of the law is his job.
Wait, there's something you should know.
Oh my god.
Thank you for seeing me, General Iroh. The South needs military support before Unalaq wipes them out completely, but the president is refusing to give the order, so I decided to come to you directly.
Suppose I were to take the fleet south on some routine training maneuvers, and let's say we were to accidentally run into a hostile northern blockade. We'd have no choice but to defend ourselves, wouldn't we?
It's true.
Yes, you wouldn't.
Swapping old war stories. I hope you're not planning to take any military action without an order from your commander-in-chief. Because if a single vessel leaves this harbor without my say-so...
Yep, he's bought off.
The Avatar does not command the military of the Republic. Don't go behind my back again, as you were, General Iroh.
I hate that guy.
Yep.
I'm sorry, my hands are officially tied. But you should talk to the Fire Lord. My mother and grandfather have always been good friends to the Avatar. I'm sure they'll be willing to help.
Thank you, General.
Wouldn't I be cold wearing this outfit in the snow?
Nuktuk is never cold.
Ooh, hey, Ginger.
How about that, huh? It's the latest product in my very manageable hairline. We get some shots of her using it before Unalaq kidnaps her. I guarantee we sell 1 million cases week 1.
Olin, I need you to watch Naga while I'm gone. I'm going to try to get them to help the South.
What happened with General Iroh?
Mako. That's what happened.
Someone must have tipped him off, but I can't figure it out. No one knew about it except for us and Asami.
And Mako.
Mako?
There's no way Mako would have told, right?
Pokey, sit. Roll over. Good boy.
Well done, Milo. I knew you could learn to train Pokey.
Not just Pokey. I train all the lemurs.
Oh, damn, kid! Whistle.
Well, that's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
I created a monster. Maybe we should forget about all this training discipline for now. Why don't you and Pokey just have fun and play?
Thanks, Dad. Training makes me tired. Come on, Pokey.
You ratted me out to the president?
Let me explain.
Explain why my boyfriend stabbed me in the back?
The president of the republic asked me a direct question.
You betrayed and my family!
Enough! Look, I have a job to do. I can't constantly be worrying about keeping you from making another huge mistake.
Well, I have a job to do too, only it seems like you're always standing in the way of me getting it done.
I guess if we're both putting our jobs first, maybe there's no room for our relationship.
There it is.
Are you breaking up with me?
I guess I am.
You're gonna regret that, Mako.
What the flameo happened here?
At least actually broke up with her
I
instead of,
broke up with the Avatar.
You got off easy. You should have seen Air Temple Island after Tenzin broke up with me.
Oh my god.
Wasn't stolen.
Oh, she's so crazy.
Mm-hmm. Spirit. Angry spirit.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, so close. Did she just get eaten?
That is what they're making it look like.
Man, not a great episode for Mako.
Or Korra, too.
Yeah, she was, yeah. I mean, just even from the get-go when she was talking about how, like, she couldn't see how her leading the army in the march would be a bad thing. And then, like, it's got to be the Northern Tribe. It can't be anybody else. Yeah, not a good episode for either of them.
I can be a hothead. I can be stubborn. There are a lot of things that I have in my personality that I see in Korra, but I don't have the responsibility of being an avatar.
Yeah.
Like, her responsibility is so enormous. For book 2, I need to see that she learned from book 1. And right now it feels a lot like she's repeating some of the same mistakes, like snapping to very fast trusting of an individual not worthy of said trust, and like the brashness and the unwillingness to hear an alternative perspective or even like evidence that if she is right could support her point of view. Like, all of that just, it kind of reeks of amateur hour. And I understand that she's still learning, like, don't get me wrong, but I'm just like, the point is to be learning. And I feel like I'm seeing the replays of poor decisions from book 1 in book 2. And I want to see that she's grown from the book 1 experience.
And really, she needs Tenzin back to be her guide. And I mean, hopefully at some point she'll realize that's kind of what she needs. She needs someone to, rein her in a little bit and maybe like give her a little bit more balance. That's like not her boyfriend, because I mean, that's a different dynamic altogether. I mean, I guess Mako's not her boyfriend anymore, but he, like I said, at least he didn't cheat on her like he did with Asami, and so he's learning. He didn't make her break up with him. He broke up with her this time.
I don't know. That's pretty generous to be like, oh, look at how well he handled this. He's learning. I do think that it was an interesting, I mean, to what you said exactly, but being a different dynamic. Like, what Mako was saying in the beginning was really not incorrect. He knew that she was very fixated on something. We all understand the reasons why, but he wanted to make sure that this was handled well, that it was done right, that the proper people are brought to justice. When he was initially saying like, oh, but what about this? Or actually, I think maybe it's this. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that. Like, he should be free to share his opinion and to provide an alternative perspective. Like, we do rely on our partners for that because it's one of the few relationships where they can be honest with us and save us from ourselves in certain moments. Sometimes if they're like, you really don't look good in that dress. Those kinds of instances
I've
where,
never said that.
He hasn't. He really hasn't. But like those are the kinds of things where it's like this dynamic does not allow for that. The romantic dynamic, there are certain things where like you have more ability, and then there are certain ways in which like you really have no ability. And Mako has not learned where that fine line is. And Korra in this moment was definitely not her best self.
No. Bolin, though, things are looking up. He's gonna be a movie star.
Yes.
Hell yeah, Bolin.
Yes. Although I very much respect the fact that it was a guy in a dinky little costume who's like, is this practical? Like, would I really be wearing this little clothes in the South Pole? So I liked that.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. I definitely think what is president, governor, whoever.
Yeah.
He's bought off.
City. Yep.
And I don't know if it's bought off with money or if he's incentivized in some other way, but the fact that he referenced Unalaq and then the Southern Water Tribe, that he distinguished them between like, oh, those people and Unalaq. Like a person spoke volumes. And
well, I mean, Unalaq is the leader like of the both tribes of the whole water tribe.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think in this instance with a major conflict happening like right under your nose, it's kind of your responsibility to either know leaders on both sides and refer to them accordingly, or retain some neutrality with the Northern Water Tribe and the Southern Water Tribe.
Yeah, but I mean, they're supposed to be all one water tribe, and there's not supposed to be like a leader in the South. Like saying that like there's someone in the South means that like you're like already taking sides there.
All right, I see that.
See what I'm saying?
I see that.
So I mean, it's politics, which suck. I think he is as well, just because of how much he was fighting to stop Korra from even like helping out. It's like one thing to be like, look, there's nothing I can do because I don't want to be seen like taking sides, versus actively seeking to stop her from helping out the Southern tribe at all. Which, I mean, you could argue the fact that like, oh, well, he just wants to make sure that Korra's not pulling them into a war, and he's looking out for his people. And but something just doesn't pass the smell test with that guy.
Plus, he never referenced his people.
Yeah.
So like, if that were the motivating factor, one would think they would be mentioned.
Yeah, and he just didn't give her enough time to talk it out and really think it through. Like there wasn't much of a discussion. It was just kind of, this is the way it is. And it was a little bit. He didn't seem. I don't want to say, I don't know if sad's the right word, but like empathetic or sympathetic to like her calls and like, yeah, it was just very cold and matter of fact, and this is the way it is.
Not fully in his defense, but giving him a little leeway there. Korra didn't exactly show up ready to present a clear case.
That's true too. Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments, and if you want all of our reactions for Korra, check out the playlist. Thanks so much for watching The Legend of Korra with us, but just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.